Chapter 17 of Aristotle's masterpiece by Pseudo-Aristotle. This LibriVox recording is in the public domain. Chapter 17. A word of advice to both sexes, consisting of several directions with regard to copulation. As nature has a mutual desire for copulation in every creature, for the increase and propagation of its kind, and more especially in man, the lord of creation and the masterpiece of nature, in order that such a noble piece of divine workmanship should not perish, something ought to be said concerning it, it being the foundation of everything that we have hitherto been treating of, since without copulation there can be no generation. Seeing therefore so much depends upon it, I have thought it necessary, before concluding the first book, to give such directions to both sexes for the performance of that act, as may appear efficacious to the end for which nature designed it. But it will be done with such caution as not to offend the chastest ear, nor to put the fair sex to the blush when they read it. In the first place, then, when a married couple from the desire of having children are about to make use of those means that nature has provided for that purpose, it is well to stimulate the body with generous restoratives, that it may be active and vigorous, and the imagination should be charmed with sweet music, and if all care and thoughts of business be drowned in a glass of rosy wine, so that their spirit may be raised to the highest pitch of ardour, it would be as well, for troubles, cares, or sadness are enemies to the pleasures of Venus. And if the woman should conceive when sexual intercourse takes place at such times of disturbance, it would have a bad effect upon the child. But though generous restoratives may be employed for invigorating nature, yet all excess should be carefully avoided, for it will check the briskness of the spirits and make them dull and languid, and as it also interferes with digestion, it must necessarily be an enemy to copulation, for it is food taken moderately, and that is well digested, which enables a man to perform the dictates of nature with vigour and activity, and it is also necessary that in their mutual embraces they meet each other with equal ardour, for if not, the woman either will not conceive, or else the child may be weak bodily or mentally defective. I therefore advise them to excite their desires mutually before they begin their conjugal intercourse, and when they have done what nature requires, a man must be careful not to withdraw himself from his wife's arms too soon, lest some sudden cold should strike into the womb and occasion miscarriage, and so deprive them of the fruits of their labour. And when the man has withdrawn himself after a suitable time, the woman should quietly go to rest, with all calmness and composure of mind, free from all anxious and disturbing thoughts, or any other mental worry, and she must, as far as possible, avoid turning over from the side on which she was first lying, and also keep from coughing and sneezing, because, as it violently shakes the body, it is a great enemy to conception. End of chapter 17. End of Aristotle's masterpiece by Pseudo-Aristotle.